I'm Sandra Nickel. It would be really easy for me to tell you all about Distinctive Homes because I know Gary Blackman and Harold Hale. But you know what? I'm a salesperson. And I thought you just might prefer to hear from somebody who lives in one of their houses. Meet LaShonda and Cornelia Smith. How was it working with Distinctive Homes in the development process?
It was really great. I actually can remember it just about step by step. First of all, we're first-time home buyers and home builders, so this was a first experience for us. And Harold and Gary, they sat down with us from day one. We sat at the table. We went through each step. He told us exactly what was going to happen, how it was going to happen. And even after the fact, they still were here because 1 year after the house was built, anything that goes wrong, they came back, made corrections.
Tell me about the callback experience, because I understand that is often the Achilles heel of a builder.
The thing about Distinctive Homes, I have to give it to them, is that everything I would say was at least 90% complete. We were satisfied at least 90% from the day that we moved in. Yeah. And it was just minor details as far as the labor that they use, labor force by them, just little smidges, just a little touch of paint here, maybe a cabinet or two that wasn't functioning correctly, but then they had someone to come back out. And
things that you almost can't know about until you live in the house.
Until you live in the house. Because even, I think, maybe a week before closing, we did a walkthrough with Harold and the sales agent, Mike. And we went through everything, and he had his legal pad out there, and he took down notes, and they corrected those things prior to the closing. So that was really great. I mean, those guys, they did a great job as far as making sure everything was, like I said, at least 90% or more of the way before we moved in. And then after the fact, they still came back and
no
made
trouble
adjustments.
getting them to.
No, not at all. I mean, we live in the neighborhood, so.
And that is said to be the mark of a builder who does a really good job.
One of the things also, if they see anything that may not have been up to standard that we didn't even know about, particularly because they're building next door to us right now, they're making sure that anything that they see that they're doing to the other house that may not have been done, that we didn't even know about, is done to ours. It was an instance where out back they have a...
on the deck there's it's just a small piece of wood. I mean, it's like yay long.
We didn't miss it.
We've been here a year. It didn't have any effect on the house, but because Harold, he just actually spotted it once he was here one day with the new house next door. And, we came home one day, it's like, hey, when did they get there? But they're really good guys. And even still, things that I've mentioned since this house started, they're going to still come back over and, and take care of it. Just little things. Just, like I said, one of the drawers, we had a problem with one of the drawers with the cabinets. But that's something is really minor and is expected. So they'll be back again, even a year later, or more than a year later.
And they saw an issue with the space in the back, which was originally supposed to be just this side as a deck, and then the rest was grass. But they saw an issue with some type of drop-off, so they wrapped the deck around, and they took on those additional costs, which was also something that was very helpful when they saw that it may have been, I don't want to say a design issue, but something that was unforeseen, because these houses are built on higher ground.
Yeah, they're all built on piers.
Piers,
right.
That's what it's called.
So they were very concerned about delivering something that was right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Even if it cost them a little money out of pocket. Getting it right was the primary thing.
Exactly.
Very high quality.
What would you say to young people or young families today who were thinking about buying a house that Distinctive is building?
Well, for one thing is if there's anything that you don't know, ask them. They're going to ask you or answer your question with the best answer that they can give. And they don't have a problem doing that. You know, that was a thing about, this was our first time. We had no clue about what it takes to have a house built and all of this good stuff. But they pretty much held our hand and walked us through it, you know. So anything that you think you don't know, they're willing to answer it. They're good guys.
And don't make you feel foolish or
Lord,
bothersome
not at all.
Not at all.
for doing it.
Not at all. I had I'm a teacher. So I had a notepad full of just questions. It's like, I can answer that. I'll get back to you on that. They got back to me on this. And it was a very pleasant experience to know that you don't feel intimidated by asking these questions.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Anything else?
I think that's it. I just know that Distinctive Homes, them getting the project and being able to deliver a very quality product is going to help that side of town. It's going to help even just Montgomery as a whole. So I really think that they're going to do a really good job.
Indeed, because from what I see, they're holding themselves to the same high standards in Lanier Place as they have held themselves to here at the Waters, even though the price point is considerably higher.